5 secrets you should never share with your family after 65 for a peaceful life advice. Hey there, my friends. Welcome back to our little corner of wisdom and inspiration. I'm your host, someone who's been around the block a few times. Let's just say I've celebrated more than a few birthdays past 65. Today, I want to sit down with you, like we're sharing a cup of coffee on a quiet Sunday morning, and talk about something deeply personal. As we age, life takes on a new rhythm, doesn't it? We've got stories to tell, lessons we've learned, and a whole lot of love for the people in our lives, especially our family. But here's the thing. Sometimes, keeping the peace in our golden years means knowing what not to share, even with those we hold closest. Now, don't get me wrong. This isn't about building walls or hiding who you are. It's about protecting your heart, your peace, and your joy as you navigate this beautiful, sometimes complicated stage of life. Today, I'm going to share 5 secrets you should consider keeping to yourself after 65. Not out of secrecy, but out of wisdom. These are lessons I've picked up along the way, and I hope they'll help you live a more peaceful, fulfilling life. So, grab a cozy seat, maybe a warm drink, and let's dive into this heartfelt conversation. Ready? Let's go. Secret number 1. Your deepest regrets. Let's start with something we all carry. Regrets. By the time we hit 65, we've all got a few things we wish we'd done differently. Maybe a career path we didn't take, a relationship we didn't nurture, or a dream we let slip away. But here's what I've learned. Sharing those regrets with your family, especially your kids or grandkids, can do more harm than good. Why? Well, think about it. Your family looks up to you. To them, you're the rock, the one who's weathered life storms and come out stronger. When you start unloading your deepest regrets, it can shake their sense of stability. They might start worrying about you, or worse, they might feel guilty, thinking they played a role in those regrets. I'll give you an example from my own life. A while back, I was chatting with my daughter, and I let slip that I always wished I'd traveled more in my 40s. I thought it was just a passing comment, but later, she told me it made her feel like she and her brother held me back from living my dreams. That broke my heart. I didn't mean for her to carry that weight. Instead of sharing those regrets, try this. Focus on the lessons you've learned from them. If you wish you'd travel more, share stories about the adventures you did have, or inspire your family to seize their own opportunities. Keep those heavy what-ifs between you and your journal, or maybe a trusted friend who's walking a similar path. That way, you protect your family's peace and keep your own heart lighter. Secret number 2, your financial details. Now let's talk about money. Oh boy, this is a big one. After 65, many of us are living on fixed incomes, Social Security, pensions, or savings we work hard to build. And while it's tempting to be an open book with your family, especially about your finances, I'm here to tell you, hold back a little. I'm not saying you should hide everything. It's smart to have a will, a power of attorney, and a plan for your estate, and you should absolutely share those basics with your loved ones. But the nitty-gritty details, like exactly how much you have in your bank account, how much you're spending on that monthly subscription to your favorite streaming service, or even how much you're gifting to your grandkids, keep those to yourself. Here's why. Money talk can stir up all kinds of emotions. I had a friend, Jim, who was always open about his savings with his kids. He thought it would make them feel secure, but instead it led to awkward situations. One of the sons started asking for loans, and another got upset about how Jim was spending their inheritance on a new car. It created tension that Jim never saw coming. To avoid that, set clear boundaries. If your family asks about your finances, you can say something like, "I got everything planned out, and my lawyer has all the details if you ever need them." That reassures them without opening the door to judgment or expectations. Your financial peace is yours to protect, and that's a gift to yourself in these years. Secret number 3, your health struggles, the full story. Health is another big topic as we age. Maybe you're dealing with arthritis, a heart condition, or just the aches and pains that come with getting older. It's natural to want to share what you're going through with your family. They care about you, after all. But here's the secret. Don't share every single detail of your health struggles. Now, I'm not saying you should keep serious diagnosis a secret. If you got something major going on, like a cancer diagnosis or a surgery coming up, your family needs to know so they can support you. But those day-to-day complaints, the way your knees creak when you climb stairs, or how you're feeling a bit tired after a long day, those are better left unsaid. I learned this the hard way. A few years ago, I was having some trouble with my back, and I'd mention it every time I talked to my son. I thought I was just being honest, but he started worrying constantly. He'd call me every day to check in, and I could hear the stress in his voice. It got to the point where he was more anxious about my health than I was. I realized I needed to dial it back. Now, I share the big stuff with my family, but the small aches and pains, I save those for my doctor or my walking group, where we all laugh about getting older together. By keeping the full story of your health struggles private, you're giving your family the gift of peace of mind. And honestly, it helps you focus on the positive parts of your life, too, like the joy of a good day, a sunny walk, or a laugh with your grandkids. Secret number 4, your opinions on family dynamics. Oh, family dynamics. What a tangled web we weave. By the time you're 65, you've seen it all. Sibling rivalries, in-law tensions, and those little quirks that make your family unique. But here's a piece of wisdom I've come to cherish. Keep your opinions about family dynamics to yourself. Let me paint a picture. Imagine you've noticed that your daughter-in-law seems a bit distant at family gatherings. You might be tempted to pull your son aside and say, "Hey, is everything okay with Sarah?" She doesn't seem herself. But that simple comment could spark a whole lot of trouble. Your son might feel defensive, or worse, he might confront his wife, and suddenly you're caught in the middle of a misunderstanding. I saw this happen with a neighbor of mine. Betty, she once told her daughter she thought her son-in-law was too controlling. She meant well. She was worried about her daughter, but it backfired. Her daughter felt betrayed, and it strained their relationship for years. Betty told me later, if I could go back, I'd keep my mouth shut and let them figure it out. Instead of sharing your observations, try being a listener. If your kids or grandkids come to you with their problems, offer love and support without adding your own judgments. That way, you stay the wise, steady presence they can always count on, and you avoid stirring up drama that could disrupt your peace. Secret number 5, your past mistakes. Finally, let's talk about the past. We've all got stories we're not proud of, mistakes we made, choices we wish we could undo. Maybe you had a rough patch in your marriage decades ago, or maybe you made a bad business decision that cost you dearly. Those experiences shaped who you are, but they don't need to be shared with your family. Why? Because your family, especially your kids and grandkids, see you as a role model. Sharing your past mistakes can sometimes make them question your judgment, or even feel embarrassed about their family history. I'll never forget a story my friend Susan shared. She told her adult son about a time in her 20s when she got into some legal trouble. Nothing major, just a youthful mistake. She thought it would be a bonding moment, showing him she wasn't perfect. But instead, he was shocked and started asking questions that made her feel judged. It changed the way he saw her, and she regretted opening that door. Instead of sharing those stories, focus on the wisdom you gain from them. If you want to teach your family about resilience, talk about how you bounce back from tough times without diving into the gritty details. That way, you inspire them without risking their respect or your own peace of mind. Well, my friends, there you have it. 5 secrets to keep to yourself after 65 for a more peaceful life. I know it might feel strange at first, holding back these parts of yourself, especially from the people you love most. But trust me, this isn't about being distant or dishonest. It's about protecting your heart, your relationships, and the joy you deserve in these golden years. As I sit here, thinking about all the years behind me and the ones still ahead, I'm reminded of a quote I love. Peace is not the absence of conflict, but the courage to protect what matters most. For me, what matters most is the love I share with my family, the laughter we create together, and the quiet moments of contentment I've earned. By keeping these secrets, you're not hiding who you are. You're choosing to shine as the wise, loving, and inspiring person your family needs. So what do you think? Have you ever found that keeping something to yourself brought more peace to your life? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below, and let's keep this conversation going. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might need to hear it, and don't forget to subscribe for more life advice from this old soul. Until next time, keep living wisely, keep loving deeply, and keep finding joy in every day. I'll see you soon.